Hey there, everyone. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm joined here today by Gimmels. As you can see, there's a Gimli here joining the stream. And I'm also joined today by a very special guest, by the executive producer of Gold Knights, the studio that's developed the Last Oricru, Vladimir. He's not here with me in terms of camera, so I've just done a quick photo that I found of him where he's wearing the beautiful colors of Prime Meta Orange. But I'll leave it to Vladimir to introduce himself a little bit and talk us through what he is doing for the Last Oricru.
Hey, Lucy, thank you for interaction and hello everyone watching us. Let me probably introduce first Gold Knights, then myself. Gold Knights is a new studio, a young studio, not full of young people as you can see on myself, but it's a studio founded in 2015 by Pavel Sternat, my business partner and game director. Basically in 2019 I have joined the studio after 18 years in game industry when I was looking for a new product to produce. We found we made very nice cocktail of features and interesting unique selling points and just interesting settings and all of that with Pavel. We worked on that from early 2019 and basically built up this RPG and the whole world and the whole IP of the Last Oricru. We believe that the Last Oricru, or this is our vision, how the RPG from let's say smaller or mid-sized team, we are now 40-ish heads team. So how the modern RPG should look like. So it's action based, it's story driven, it's very non-linear as we will see soon. But we will discuss all of those things later, I guess. So.
Yes. Yes, we absolutely will. So today we're going into the lore of the game as well as the story, kind of how they work together, but mainly how every choice you make impacts the game. And that's one of the things that I really noticed when I played the demo. Obviously, being part of the publisher meant that I got to play it a little bit early. And one of the things that I really noticed was that whatever I did, every choice I made had an action. Actions have consequences. And that's something that's so unique in a game, because normally when people say you've got a choice, you don't really have a choice. There's one path or there's another path. In the Last Oricru, that's not the case. Even if your inactions will have consequences. So, and that's exactly what we're going to be taking you through. We're going to do a few loading save files as well, where we go back and show you what will happen if you pick another path. And I think that's one of the really interesting things. And that must have also been super difficult to program and to write about as well. Like, how exactly has that process gone? Were your developers very annoyed when you told them uh, how you
So
wanted to play this?
you're right, and maybe let me describe this process of like making new game. If from beginning, like when I joined the studio, we basically sit down and discuss what would be the most interesting feature, as I said, the unique selling point, and we came up with few of those. You know, it doesn't make sense to make like 10 unique selling points, but rather just few, and one of them was co-op, because co-op in this genre is very fresh and unique, but it's not for this stream now. And second was the dynamic game structure, as we call it. So basically, you know, making really game where those decisions matter. As you said, many games announce that, but it's really hard to make it. So I understand why many games not succeed fully, let's say, and just make a small branches which join together after a while. But we really did like a huge tree of decisions, actions that impact the game, and basically influence a lot the whole not only the story but the way you play through the game, the play style, and so on. So really, most of decisions and actions in our game impacts the next gameplay and how the game develops. And as you said, it was super hard to develop this feature. it was really, I expected that to be hard, but it was like unexpectedly hard because we had to write something like 2.5 books of
Oh my
texts, and we
gosh.
are not super text-heavy game, but still, if you imagine that the decision tree and every single storyline has to have like coherent dialogues, and it needs to make sense and so on. So it was a lot of text, a lot of testing, because in our case it's not like in other games where you decide in the beginning and then you need to stick to the decision, as we will also probably show to our players now, or later in the stream. You can change your mind. You can, because NPCs develops, and you might figure out that those guys are not that black and white, and you might not want to help them anymore. So you are able to change your minds multiple times in the game, and still it needs to make sense, and still all the other NPCs needs to react accordingly and so on. So it was really super difficult, but we focused more than a year, like nearly 2 years, mostly on that, and I believe we succeeded. But that's up to players to tell us.
I think so far, and what we're going to show, I'll press new game as well, but I think what we're going to show today, and especially what you said, where we decide to maybe backstab someone after siding with them, it's really going to show you guys just exactly how the choices work in this game. I do see one question in chat from Gfest asking, but I'm not sure if we can tell that yet, but he asks what the end of the demo is, because he went to go into the sewers the second time. Is that the end of the demo? Loves the game so far, which is very nice. Thank you very much for saying that as well. But I don't know how long the demo exactly is. Do we even want to say that?
We can, like, it's obviously hard, like, for us as developers to say how long it is, because we can run through that relatively quickly, but I believe that for first time players it can take few hours. And the end of demo, Jeeves, you can probably you can figure it out easily, because there is like demo end screen with the text and QR code on our Discord. So I believe you would notice that you are on the end.
There you go.
So this is a start. Yes.
Flat has some echo of it on his voice. I'm not hearing it personally myself, I have to admit, so that could just be a stream thing. Um, let's see. Can you talk, Flat? Maybe it's gone now.
I can try to go further. Still echo.
Still echo, guys? Because I'm not hearing it personally, so I'm unsure. You guys concur. Still echo. That's the thing with streams, isn't it? There's always going to be some streaming problems. Let's see. Maybe if I just put this at 0. Oh wait, now I hear it as well.
Let me.
I don't think it's you though. I think it's actually on my end, my streaming setup somehow.
Okay.
Is this better, guys? Like,
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Still echo. Still echo. Oh.
worse. Oh my gosh, how can it be worse, guys? That's quite something. I mean, I'm actually not sure what the solution to that would be. Still an echo. That's very strange. Can you guys hear the game alright though? Is like the game echoey as well? Because then it's just I mean, not that there's any talking in the game right now, obviously. But let's see. Game and my voice are great. Okay, then I truly don't know. Is the echo bearable? Let's ask it like that. Because these things are always kind of impossible to solve.
I can also try to disconnect this mic and go with laptop one. It's worse sound quality, maybe without echo. So.
So the mic and the game are actually running through the same sound, guys. So
Like if the echo is really bad, I can do that.
Obviously, as you can see, I'm definitely having some pro gameplay here. Um, so this is
It's fine.
just a little tutorial before we get into the game. Exit the training program. Oh, right, that way. The echo got worse. That's really surprising. Like I've not even done
I'm not
anything.
even moving, guys. Okay. Let me disconnect my mic and we'll try to go with the default
Yeah.
one.
Actually, whatever I changed back, guys. So I'm not quite sure how that's what's going on there.
So, what about now? Is it worse or better?
Let us know, Eldar and Oricru. I imagine it's who's behind Oricru. Is it Toby? Is it you, Toby? Are you just trolling us? Even worse! My god, guys. To be fair, I can hear this one as well. This one is worse. Yeah. Doctor. Ah. It's Dr. Fusilipuli. Hello there.
Then I think it's really something on your side, unfortunately.
There we go. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I can hear it now as well. That's strange. Let me just reset my audio as soon as I've entered the game, so that we at least have something to look at. So we see. There shouldn't be an endless loop anymore, guys. Just turn that off.
I can also try to tune down my decibels here. I don't know if it's better now or worse.
Let's see. So I can just quickly check my advanced audio properties. The game also echoes. That's very, very strange. Not quite sure why it would be doing that. It worked fine earlier. It's really weird how when you eat, don't touch anything. So what we can try. Must be on me. Well, I'm hearing the sound fine, guys. But that's okay. We'll fix it real quick.
Yes, let's try.
So I've got a second headset here because, you know, as a pro streamer, you kind of need to be prepared for everything.
Great.
Let's see. Okay. There we go. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is my microphone like actually working fine?
I probably lost you now.
Oh, you did. Your voice is... Yeah, okay, but do you guys still hear him? Right. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Yeah, my mic should be working. Can you hear me okay, Flat?
Yes.
Okay, great. And do you guys hear Flat fine now?
I can also try to mute my mic always when I don't talk.
Now it's fine? It seems to be fine now.
Great.
It's so
we missed the intro a bit, but it was just about some guy who just killed you in the very beginning, and then you had a weird dreams where you trained, and now you wake up here in this unknown planet.
Everything in good time. Come back later if you have questions. Now we need you to cooperate.
Cooperate?
Yes. You will proceed to Tobias for training.
I'd be pretty freaked out if I woke up as a human in this world where there's life-sized rats and...
We would appreciate your
Yes, and that's also why our main hero behaves how he behaves. You know, he takes it with bit of humor and a bit of sarcasm, probably as I would do as well. You know, in this moment when you don't know if it's reality or just a bad dream.
Yeah, exactly, and I love his sarcasm in this, like the sarcasm he has in the game. And guys, I can see what you're saying. You're still hearing an echo. I'm trying to add new audio output, see if that works better. But I love the sarcasm in the game. I think.
Yeah, that's definitely something what our writers did super well, and I'm happy from that. And also our main voice actor Brian Casper did a great job, where he started with a lot of sarcasm in voice, and later in the game, for those of you who might uh, stick with the game later, you will figure out that the sarcasm and the tone starts to be different when the main hero starts to realize it's not bad dream, it's just reality, you know. And so there is also great development of the main hero in just in the voice, and I really like that. That was great job from Brian Casper.
Indeed.
So apparently the
You
echo is
bear the
gone now
gift
as
of
well.
immortality
Let me know if it's still in the
and
game.
Immortality.
If you guys can hear it
So
fine now, because
I
if
can't
not, then it
die.
might be because I'm also
If you'd
streaming
allowed
to
me to
Flat on
finish, you
Discord,
would
so
have
that you
already
can
known.
directly see my gameplay.
No.
Maybe that's
You
interfering with
die
it.
ordinarily.
Could be that that's what's
Then
interfering
you
with
are
it.
born again.
But
We
let's hope it
are
stays stable now.
analysing it, and
But
don't
yeah,
have
I think like the
validated
sarcasm,
outputs
it
to
just
share with you yet.
I love it. To me, it's
What?
like that's
That's
how I
all you
would
have to
react
say here?
if I was
Yes.
him right now, and
Now
that's
go and
something
meet
that I feel so
Tobias
many
already.
games are missing.
My servant
Where they give
will
you
show
these
the
very
way.
passive
Oh,
replies,
just one
or
more
they
thing
tell
before
you,
you go.
very
We shall call
dry
you
kind of
Silver,
comments, and in this
our
game he's
regular
just like,
naming
what's going on here? This is
No,
very
my
weird. And
name is-
I love that about him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love
shit.
the main character. He's
I
great.
honestly have no idea.
I love his
Yet
hairstyle as
we
well. I
do.
was thinking of actually
Silver
dyeing
was
my
the only
hair
name available
just
on
for the
your
release, you
quest.
know.
The naming
That
protocol
would be
says
cool.
you will have to
You know, I think there is like
I
half
would
half
much
of guys
rather
who
pick
really
my
like
name.
that
Enough.
that
We
haircut,
won't
and that
bend the
second half
principles that keep
Yeah.
who
our
hates
world in
that.
order.
But
But
still, it makes emotions. So.
Always disrespectful of the habits and cultures of others. The
He's
rat
not wrong
company
there,
will
is he?
suit you. Hey, you rat.
All right. So
Flat's new mic sounds good, is what Fusapussy is saying. So we've solved the
Right.
issues. I've no idea what went on there. I'm using a wireless headset. Maybe that's just going all crazy, but I'm glad it's solved, guys. Apologies once again. But I hope
Can't
you managed
see
to
they're obviously getting a raw deal here.
to
Well,
hear
they're
what we were
rats.
saying.
Nobody's gonna cook for them.
I love this
Ha, ha, ha.
conflict that you see
Funny.
here as well.
You know that's most likely why he was stealing food in the first place. Where is your sense of justice?
Are you really trying to give me a sense of justice talk because I did the right thing and reported a theft?
Why can't you be rational about this?
I honestly think we have enough of our own problems here, like finding our spaceship and getting out of here.
And I also see that Forrest is saying,
Oh,
when will the
so
game
now you're
release? I don't think we're
suddenly
allowed to
sure
say
we have a
it, so
spaceship.
you'll have
Well,
to stay tuned.
No, but it's only logical.
no, but we
couldn't
can
have just
we can
appeared here out of thin air.
at least
hello?
say that it's going
Like
to be
that
this
guy.
year.
Mark your calendars.
Yes.
Great to meet you,
And
man. Ah, sorry.
we will
My manners. It's Brian.
announce it a bit later.
Silver, likewise. It's comforting to know that I'm not alone in this mess.
You're not. I'm Petra.
Silver.
Well, Silver, now you know everyone worth knowing around here.
Oh, come on. Marco?
I love the
True,
conflict
he is a bit
here,
of an
and
a-hole,
I think
but he's
that's,
one of
you know,
us.
as a person just
Great.
walking into
Well,
this, it
tell
sounds
me
like
everything.
these
That
rats are being
spaceship, for
used as
instance.
slaves, essentially,
Honestly, we
and
don't know much either.
how
all
do
got
I
the same
personally feel
briefing.
about it, right? Like, how
Go
does
and
Silver
start
feel about it?
paying
How
your
am I
debt.
gonna
Training.
play into this?
Now.
This guy just reported a rat
Same
for
for you?
stealing, and she's like, well, this
That's
rat is stealing
actually
because he
pretty
didn't get any
accurate.
food. Well, what do you
Right,
think?
so
Why
you'd
would he
really
not do
better
that?
go
And
now.
I think it's a very
If
human
Tobias sees us
conflict,
delaying
but
your training session,
I
he
love
will
how
get
in this
pretty
game I'm
pissed.
actually going to be able
Brian
to
is right. They take things
make a
quite
change, I
seriously
suppose, for
round
them
here.
as well. And
But let's talk later.
I always try
Tobias
and
won't
play the
torture you
villain, but
forever.
I feel internally
wait.
really bad when
Well,
I do.
let's do
I
this.
don't know what it
See you
is, but
soon, guys.
I feel so
See you,
guilty when
Silver.
I pick the
I'll
bad
be somewhere
path, and
far away from
I
this
felt that
prejudiced
mostly
hypocrite.
in this game as
Oh,
well,
come
where
on,
it's like,
can't we
oh,
just-
this actually being the bad guy here is Oh, I don't like it. But it gives you
But
very
it's-
interesting playthrough.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, it's in fact it was like that we wanted mostly players play with Naboru for the first playthrough. You know, but then how we developed that, how we wrote the characters, we somehow figure out that nearly everyone wants to help Redkins in the beginning, and that's fine. You know, you can like the whole game is built a lot around replayability. It's not super
So,
long,
what
so you can try it multiple
107AW?
times, and it's
Well,
meant to be tried
pretty sure
multiple
that's not.
times.
This
So you
would
can
be
help
no
one race,
pale
you can
and
help
boring,
other
even while
race,
probably
you can
doesn't actually
try to not help everyone or to help everyone, and see what are the results. But interestingly, like Redkins are somehow most popular race in this game. Also, speaking of races, there are 3 races in this game, 3 main races. Basically, as you wake up, and as you will see soon, you wake up in the middle of this conflict, or the conflict which is just about to come between Naboru, which are those guys, those annoying guys who are just very strict and giving you all the orders, and then Redkins, who are their slaves. Then there is third hidden parties in, unfortunately, even like real war conflicts that is basically benefiting from that conflict most. Um, and so you uncover that, and you start helping one of those races, build up your relations with those races, and so on. But let's see where you will choose to go in this.
Like I said, I'm gonna try and be evil, but I'm gonna feel
Last
really
of the
bad while
Oricru.
doing it.
Oh, lowly. I
Okay.
always forget. I shouldn't.
Never mind. Just call me Silver.
Noted. Sorry you had to suffer the smell
And
of
the
those
hatred
stinky
for these
rat-asses along
ratkins
your
is
way,
so
Ascended
strong
One.
in this game as well. Like
We're short of
everybody
ends
is
these
expressing
days.
their distaste.
I'm
It's like, oh, the
Tobias.
smell of them.
My meager self will be
Yeah.
Just
responsible
imagine
for
being in
your
that
training.
situation where somebody just
We
says
will
to them,
follow
like,
standard protocols
rats.
and have you ready shortly.
Right. That
Exactly.
creamy, glowing stick behind you will be a part of the training too.
The mighty rod of lightning? No, it certainly will not. I might not be the most competent teacher, but I can tell the limits of my pupils. And I will make you die with some dignity. Not just by accidentally frying yourself. Let me know when you're ready. I'll provide you with one lucky spar rat.
So obviously I have my doubts about this training,
Yeah,
right?
so
You can kill a
here
rat.
maybe if I can describe a bit like the game, how we structured it is really we try even the dialogues to have like a normal flow, so you would never have like 10 different options to speak about. You know, it has only up to max 2 options. One is the top one. That's something we call talk. So that's this option leads you to more details. You can uncover more details about the world, the story, the lore, the NPC itself, and potentially also unlock some hidden quests with this. And then on the bottom, that's like the straightforward option, which is like a quest talk, which leads you directly to the quest. This is also, and here you can see how we try, and this is not the only example, but
First, I
how
won't be
we
just one trick. There is a job.
how we try to approach both audiences. The action audience that is more oriented on the action and not too much on like long talks, and then the classic RPG audience, I would say, that is more interested in like stories around the lore of the world and so on. So this is our solution how to basically make the game accessible and fun for both of these audiences.
Yeah, so I just skipped through the conversation there because obviously I want to be able to show you guys the different paths we can take as well. But I do think that's a great solution, just to be able to skip through it, or you can actually listen to the story. And I was staring at the painting, and I was able to interact with it and really get an understanding of the world just by interacting with things. And here we see, of course, the quest button explanation. And we're now gonna go and find myself a sword in the armory. And I love this bit because this is actually one of my favorite characters that we're about to see. Just love his voice acting, just love the sarcasm that he has. He looks a bit like T-Pain. That's the guy's name, right? I think, is he based on that at all?
No, I think that's a bit of coincidence.
What's he called? It's the guy from the A-Team. That's what he looks like.
Right.
Yeah,
This
I know
probably
what you mean.
can't get any weirder. No offense, just never heard a rat
No.
talk before.
But I like this guy
They
as well.
told me
At least in the beginning. Later on, might figure out he's not that nice,
Probably.
or you might not.
I should get something to train with.
Yes. They not want you to destroy good blue steel, Master.
Mr. T,
They
that's it,
give
Eldar, yeah.
bronze first.
And I also see
Not as good
Eldar
metal,
has obviously played the demo
but
as well.
master
He's one of our regulars in chat, and he's saying
slim and with a tan,
he had a
exactly my
faith in
type.
humanity restored
How do you know?
moment when Petra
I
was
give you
helping the
best
rats,
fun
and
I have.
I can see that.
Only
It's,
one bronze left, so it's easy.
so that's
The
for that
same
reason
for
I'm not gonna help the rats. For
complimentary
that
shield.
reason I'm gonna be and
Complimentary?
show you guys the different
That's
paths
a
in this game.
complicated word.
It's
I
also
did
the most
not say,
difficult path, I
Master.
think. I found at least.
You did?
Must heard somewhere. Sorry. Naboru took straight, Master. Now, sword one hand, shield another. And go train with other pups. Hope you be better than they.
What did you mean by messy masters? They seemed rather strict and uptight.
I not say that. Master's good, yes? Not say one thing, doing another.
Help me out here. Are big rats capable of ironing? Are you trying to
I
tell
love
me
the dialogue
something, you
options.
rat thing?
Big rats, big iron. We like iron, yes. We make iron nice and sharpy and pointy to slice and stab. You will see.
Oh, was that a threat?
Tobias will see.
Oh, I'm seeing threats here. Oof,
Exactly.
bit of foreshadowing there. Can't blame them though.
Yeah, that's one thing. Let's say our mantra that we don't, as developers, we don't say what's wrong or right. You know, we leave it on players how they want to play, how they
Sword.
what they
This is
find
that
Wait a
fun
minute.
to play.
You are
so
funny. Let's
so we
get
don't
roots.
That's
learning. Just
somehow evaluate your way
Hey.
and tell you like you went the right way or the wrong way or the dark side or something like that. No, it's up to the player.
It's up to chat to judge us for the choices we make.
Exactly. Okay, so here in this fight, you can also see that obviously we are inspired in fight system by let's say more core RPGs. It is definitely skill based
this one, it is strong, vicious.
and also
There's the
for
blood of
fighting
many
we have
innocents on its paws.
two
Looks clumsy.
difficulties in the game. So if this dark difficulty, how we call it, is too hard for player, then he or she can switch to the story difficulty and have bigger windows in the attacks of enemies and so on, and focus more on the story, let's say, and less on struggling in fighting scenes.
Who did?
That ratkin renegade scum.
And as we know, even
Hiding
if you
in the
lose
stinking
a fight,
volcano,
it can actually
killing our
impact the
kids.
story, which is quite
They
interesting.
all deserve to be executed. Start with this one. Learn as much as you can in the process.
Yeah, sounds like a great learning experience.
Use all the skills you've acquired in a previous sparring session and focus on using the rolls to avoid stronger attacks. Here's a little healing help. Practice using it sparingly.
I don't really feel like taking lives, but it's not like I have a real say in this. Let's get this over with.
Down with it. Move.
Alright, so now
I said
something a bit
move,
more
you
challenging.
overgrown rat.
This is going to be an interesting one. So here, of course, we get the explanation
So
about
here,
the
here are
factions.
relations. I will get to that a bit later more in detail. But as we said, like there are three main sides of the conflict, and your actions are affecting your relations with each of these sides. So you can then find it in your inventory to understand better what you have done, and if you want to change it in the next playthrough, and so on.
So this rat, I know, is already quite a bit tougher, and I probably should have used my health potion before
I think
getting
you
into
can
the
see
fight.
that. Yes.
Oh, and he actually has magic.
Yes. Yes.
The magical stinky
Each
rat.
side has his or their own magic, and this magic is then something you will find later on in the game. It might not be magic, but the hidden technology, because the whole game, as you will see, is a combination of sci-fi and medieval. We call it like alternative medieval sci-fi world. It's a place where, for some reason, technology stopped working a long time ago, but you still can find some pieces that work somehow, and that's the magic basically in some cases.
Yeah, because obviously, are they called the Oricru? That's what they're called, right? Like him, because he can actually respawn. Like, it's part of the story is that he can respawn with his belt, and I think that's actually a very cool mechanic to explain respawning inside the narrative.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I feel rejuvenated.
That was important for us, because the game is story driven. It's a lot about dialogues, and the fact that you are reborning again the whole let's say basic Souls-like mechanism which we use, at least this part of that. That was important for us to incorporate in the story as well, and I think we did it quite well. So there are situations, and you will see them when those NPCs even send you to do something, because you can die as many times as you want. So
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Oh, lowly. Me and my premature informing. Focus. We will discuss the fortress later.
Yeah, I see
First,
people in chat saying the
something
same thing.
to
I
restore
love
your
how
health.
game mechanics are blended into the game
You'll
lore.
be
It's
in dire need
it
of it
helps you
very soon.
immerse yourself into the world.
Now
'cause
it's time
I
to
actually
commence
find
the
often
real
in
training.
games that when you die
You will need
or
some
it's
real
the immersion,
weapons
it's like,
for
oh,
that.
how am I able to respawn?
Get them
But
at the armory
the
and
fact
come
that it's
back.
built into here, and as you said, is an actual mechanic that people use against you. It's very good. I like it.
I might actually like to know what we are training
Happy to
for.
hear that. And
Like, is it just for your personal
exactly,
vendetta?
like we
Is there a war
use that
going
as a
on or what?
premise with our
You're training to
writers,
stay
and I think
alive.
they did a great job. So you don't feel
You
it's
can't die.
disconnected from the
Such is the
game
power
world.
of your belt.
You don't feel it's like
But do
some
you see those
weird
rat pests
mechanic
around?
that doesn't fit there. I
Some
think
of them got away
know,
and went wild.
we
They
did, at
started a
least
strange
for us, the
fire.
best job we could for incorporating that.
They hunt our people for meat and nibble them alive.
Okay.
Even children.
So
Or
he's
especially
spreading some
children.
propaganda here.
You know, tender meat, juicy bones. My niece disappeared like that.
Sorry for your loss. How old was she?
Not important. The rats are abominations.
I feel that like
We
this guy has a
suspect they
thing
might
against
attack.
rats.
I suppose you don't want to be served
Yeah,
on
you
a
can
skeleton
you can
anytime
tell that
soon.
Toby is not
They could gnaw your
a
meat
big fan of rats.
piece by
No, not
piece
at all.
and let the missing bits grow back. It might take weeks before you would die and be reborn.
He's really trying
So,
to
yes,
scare me
you
here
train
as
to
well.
stay alive, but also
Exactly.
undigested. And to help others keep their bodies intact too. So, do your best. Even though probably it won't be enough.
Fantastic.
Again with the sarcasm. Do we have
So
to pick
now
up?
you go for better sword, I guess.
Let's go back to our rat friend.
You are back
Exactly.
again, Master.
They sent me to...
Yes, Master. Get better things to better kill our kin.
That's very dark.
Like you killed Fink and Durg. Bratters, just tell me. Shame. Here, take and go.
I can
Do
tell
your
this rat,
killing.
definitely doesn't
I
like it at the
really
moment.
hoped you'd be different. But you like Naboru after all.
Give me a break. I really didn't have a choice, you know.
We all have choice, Master.
And I love that, which is
We can
you know,
choose to
exactly the
help
motto
those
of the
who
game,
make
right?
others
You
suffer,
have a choice.
or we
You
can
have a
Exactly.
choice
choose
not
to
to
help
do it.
those who suffer.
I mean, I'm not sure if
Be
did we actually
sure
have a
you
choice
know
not to do
what
that
is
battle that
better.
we did earlier? Was there a way to avoid that from happening at all? Or
There
was
is a
that
way
like
how,
necessary?
you can avoid the first one. You don't need to execute the first one, and that will also have some impact later in the game. So now, yes,
Of course, it talks about the factions as well and how they
Yes,
have different
yes.
magic.
so now we have those three schools of magic. Basically, the fire magic, as you could see for Redkins, then the energetic magic or energy, which is for the hidden party, and or electricity also it might be called,
From
and
what
then the
Tobias
void
says,
magic,
it seems that you're...
which is for Naboru.
Why should I help
And
child
now
murderers?
you will try
He liar.
just the basic
We
buff
have big
buff
teeth,
spell
Naboru fear.
on the
But we prefer
on that
vegetables.
sword.
Tobias just spreading lies about
Oh
our
yes,
kin.
you went.
He
Yeah, I
just
think this is
killed
very important,
everybody
right? Like, it
because he
shows
lost
that
his hand in
Tobias
war.
is just feeding you
He
propaganda.
happy
What
with
he's
his
saying
slaves,
isn't
and he
necessarily
can
true.
pester us.
Exactly.
Hold on right there. I thought you work here as servants.
Silver's a bit
Servants?
delusional if he thought they were
Are you
servants. They're
blind?
literally chained up. But
Maybe they call us servants, but we slaves. Tobias tortures and kills.
and I see
He
Nervous
laughing
entered the
when
chat
putting
as well.
collar for
And
a leash
we've
with
actually got a very
fiery
active
iron
chat
on our
today.
neck,
Just
master.
I want to say hello, guys, and thank you for your support. And don't hesitate to also ask any questions that you want to ask about the game. We've got a developer here, so you know, shoot away.
Exactly.
Well, you could always fight back, right? Or at least stand up for yourself somehow. If you unleash your full potential, those are some pretty sharp teeth you've got there.
Teeth sharpy and strong, but the leash too strong. And we not know how fight, master. We scrub floors and fix meals and garden and give weapons. We not know another life. We want justice.
So this is one of those choices that you can make in the game. Obviously, I can offer help, which, you know, a really strong part of me wants to do because I genuinely feel bad for these rats. But I feel like, as you said, so many people pick that path that I think it's going to be really interesting to show what happens when you are a bad person.
Agree.
I'm sorry,
Agree.
we don't judge. When you put him in his place.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of collective guilt, but we all have
That
our place in
physically
the
hurt
world
me.
for good reasons.
That hurt my heart, guys. I'm
Be
sorry.
thankful for what you have. That's my credo.
Ugh, what a horrible
I'm
thing
thankful
to say.
for this conversation, master.
Yeah, you're
I
definitely
have
gonna
a
get
blue
stabbed in your
steel
sleep
sword
now,
with
Silver.
your name on it ready soon.
Ooh.
Was that a threat?
Ooh.
No, no. New shipment of weapons coming
Yeah,
soon.
sure.
Yes,
That was
yes.
definitely a threat.
All right.
So,
So
did
you have a new sword. Yes, it's already equipped. So basically, when you now oh, and you have mana drainer. That's
Yeah.
like instead of shield, you can use this, and basically when you then stab someone with that, you drain mana out of him. So now if you try with control the heavy attack, it's gonna sorry, and the control and the left button also. Yeah, that's gonna buff your weapon, and you will be much stronger against Marco, who is
It's
quite
a
a
battle
tough
I've
guy.
never been able to win. I'm not gonna lie. And this is what, so this is gonna be very interesting as well for you guys. Obviously, I'm gonna try my best and win, but the game doesn't end or let me retry when I die. When I die, that's also part of the story, and it just says, yeah, you're a loser. You're not good enough to fight. But can you actually win against him at all? Because I tried many times. And
Yes, you can, and you will see like with buffed weapon, it's way easier. We are giving some hints to players here, but as you said, that's very important, and that's exactly like that in our game. There is never like a mission failed or the game over screen. No, like if you die now, or if you do something against some orders, or if you don't accomplish some mission, it's never the end of the game. It just develops from that point differently. So let's see if you win or die. But
I'm gonna try my best, but
no room for errors. You must do your best.
all right, let's spar with Marco. And guys, sorry for my
Well,
blocking
let's
that.
do my best then.
We did just move, and
Marco,
he's still a bit
enter
agitated
and
by all the
commence.
weird sounds he's hearing. Look at this guy. I mean, I'm no match against him.
Alright. It's time to kick the newbies
I see some
ass.
decision in chat as well. Someone saying they're just rats. You made a good choice, and somebody else saying respect the evolution. Whew.
exactly. So roll away.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
and then use your You don't have
Yeah.
any.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Then-
He's gonna use it against me. I use.
Yes. Then I would.
Oh, I tried to.
It was fast, but
He was
it's
strong.
good.
He was strong.
I can only presume you have lost to our best pupil.
I was close,
How
alright,
very
guys. If I had the
unsurprising.
shield instead, I was trying to
Tobias
attack him
kept
with the
hoping
mana
somebody
thing,
could
but
replace Marco.
he was
Yet
too
you've
good.
made it very clear it won't be
Exactly.
you.
No, but it's
Hey,
fine.
I
We
wasn't
also
trying to replace
really did it
anyone.
on purpose. That it's
How
really
could
hard.
you?
And if
The
you
power of
win, you
immortality
might
possess was
receive some
clearly
special
bestowed upon unworthy
item
mortals.
for that. But
Could you just
that's
give me
like
a
an
break
option
over
for
here?
players who
I've
really
just
master the
died, and
game
it's all very
as well.
Silence. We have no time to waste on failures like
Yeah, and as you said, like
was that?
I didn't actually die. Like he's treating me like a failure now. He's saying,
lowly.
yeah, you're a failure,
Queen
just
is
like
coming.
I expected. And I love that. I love that you just win or die. Whatever happens,
too
it
early,
impacts
too
how the
early.
world reacts to you as well.
Give me your
Exactly.
weapons.
And now the queen is coming, and that's quite an intense moment.
Tobias, dispatch the Oricru to their respective missions and come back. We'll
So
keep
had
Silver
I
here.
won, would
He's
he have
not
kept
ready.
me here as well, or would I have been allowed to join them?
Hide now. When the time is right, sneak out and acquire
I'm
the
sorry,
rod.
I just-
I'll stall the queen.
So
you-
obviously he just sent off the Oricru with Tobias.
Bring the
What
lightning
would have
rod to
happened
the
if I
army
had
and
won?
meet you
Would
there.
I have still had to stay here?
Yes. You would have to stay here. In this case, if you win, there is a special item for that. It doesn't impact the
I don't
story.
understand words.
This piece
Silence!
doesn't impact the story. But for example, this piece where you are right now, it impacts the story quite heavily. So
You know that.
We know
as you will see in a bit,
hiding forbidden
you will be now
technology.
asked, or you were asked already to hide the lightning rod, and now you need to go through that situation and basically sneak through for the lightning rod and bring it to Tobias. And if you succeed, it has a big impact on the story, and if you don't succeed, it does as well. So I think this is a good place where we can also prepare our save for the future, and
Yeah.
we can go back to this place and then show how it will be different if you succeed or not.
Exactly. So we actually, obviously we won't show you guys how we do that, but we actually have a save prepared for this specific location to show you how this is going to impact the story. And first of all, I'm just going to try and play the way that I would normally play, and then I will show you the alternative as well. Let's try and sneak past. Okay, let's just. Oh,
Oh,
That was-
no.
Hey, you!
Oh.
Stop right there!
I probably should
Okay.
have gone around, but I got caught. I got knocked out. And of course I didn't manage to steal the lightning rod there. I didn't realize there was a guard there. I thought they were just in the beginning.
Oh, no, that's fine. So let's see what happens now.
That's unlikely. An earthling.
I
Our
see
dear
my
Gracchus was
relationship
right.
with her has definitely
We
decreased.
have brought you here to show you the glory of Wardinia, and to remind you that the world, once orderly,
Tessie saying,
is
I replayed
distorted.
this moment about 20
We will need
times.
answers fast, and don't try to fool us. Unlike
Yes.
our dim-witted half-brother, we don't dwell on old legends.
This was also important for us as
May I
developers
just-
to basically, again,
Why did you appear here?
show
What do
players
you bring
that
to our
you can
tormented
also not succeed
I
in the
have
mission,
no
and the
idea.
game
That's
will
what I was
continue
trying to
differently.
tell
So
you.
it's on purpose
I
quite
have
hard.
No clue
You know,
whatsoever
it's
what's
we
going on
wanted
here.
most of players for the
My
first
memory
time
is one
to
black hole,
fail
and
in that
nobody tells
mission,
me anything.
to realize,
Majesty,
oh, I can
don't
fail
waste
and
your
it
word breath on
doesn't
these
restart
traitors.
or
The
something.
legend-
It just
We
develops
can't
differently.
and won't
You know, this
rule
should
by
be that
legends,
moment where
Marshal.
players
We are
realize
not
that the
our
game is
delusional
really
semi-siblings.
a lot about different
We shall
choices and
seek the
actions.
truth first. Then we proceed to justice. Earthling, we had no
And of
idea
course,
you were
the
kept
after
in oblivion.
effects of this will
We
also
presume
change.
that the Keepers have tried to make you part of their schemes. Rest assured that nothing you were told here is true. Ghastly
I genuinely
things are
don't know
now
who to
vexing
believe
our
in this
realm.
game. Everybody is against each
Twisted
other saying,
abominations.
they're lying, not they're lying. At
Lightning
this
weapons.
point, I don't know anymore.
Rats lurk in the shadows, waiting for us
Yes,
to become
yes,
weak.
it's.
I mean, she looks
I
powerful.
spit on
I,
the stinky rats and their graves.
Silence! We are here to put those monstrosities to a halt. Tell us, Earthling, were you aware that you were involved in a traitorous plot to overthrow your queen?
I honestly had no idea. All they ever told us was to train.
We thought so. We are still keen to discuss your involvement later. Now we have more pressing matters to deal with. Patriarch Maltus, you are hereby found guilty of treason.
she's
There is no mercy in our heart for those who betray
That's
the
true.
ways of the Naboo.
But you're right. Like
Still, we don't
it's
want to
it's one of
disturb the
those
people more by
I
beheading
believe
a patriarch.
quite interesting
Yet. You will be imprisoned
moments for
here
player
until we
or
decide
like
your
motivations to
fate.
basically figure out
As
by
for
yourself
you,
who is lying, who
Tobias,
is not, like
we
who is
value your
what is
loyalty
the
and your
reality
battle
there,
scars.
because as a, in real
Now
life, in
would
real
be the
conflict
time
like
to
this,
confess.
everyone
Should we
is
have the
you know,
whole
like
monastery thoroughly
probably
searched?
everyone here thinks
Our
they
men
are
would surely find
they
a
are
secret
telling
passage
true,
or two,
but
given enough time.
then you need to figure out
And
what's
believe
was
us, our
true,
present
at least from
rage
your
is
point of view.
nothing compared
And
to the
as
havoc that would be
Tiber
wreaked upon
saying,
your
they're
head
probably
then.
all right. It just
Speak
depends on your
up,
point of
or-
view, and I think
Exactly.
Your
that's what's
Majesty,
fun.
behold!
That's what
Fortress
makes
is
it
under
such an
attack.
interesting game. Like just the
Rats
fact that
again.
all those choices
How unsurprising, yet
they all matter,
unsettling.
and everybody's right in their own ways. I mean, are the rats necessarily wrong for rioting, which is what they're doing here? No, they're not. I mean, I'll always side with the rats. If it was my own personal gameplay.
We need to head back at once. Barabufus can't hold the fortress effectively with the limited crew he has.
She's very shiny.
You, take 2 more men. Stay here and make sure nobody leaves this place. Incarcerate the culprits, of course.
And give them what they deserve.
They still deserve a fair investigation.
At least she's
dear
fair.
Gracchus. You, Marshal, and the rest of our guard shall follow us to
Yes,
the
yes, I can
fortress.
tell you that she is probably one of the
Barabufus
most
can't
fair
hold it effectively
characters
with the
here.
limited crew he has. Let's squash this
mean, it's not a lot of
pesterouous rat
competition, to
rebellion
be
and
fair.
feed the bodies to his pet.
That's also
Then
true.
we shall return to investigate
It's not a
further.
high standard to meet.
Another rat attack? After all these years?
So unfair. Mauling the traitors for us. All the real fun for old Buffus. Still, he won't get out of this one alive.
He might, with his fancy armor. Wearing our
So now you can see
crumb,
that
he would be
there are guards and you're a prisoner. And yes, this cutscene is happening from this point of view. You were imprisoned. Now this very weird guy helps you, or hard to
Or
tell.
does he?
Ah, Frida.
Exactly.
What took you so... Stop! Where is liver? Lost
But
one.
obviously, Maltus actually knows him.
Useless human junk.
Did you see that too? That huge, ugly man blob just dragged Maltus away.
Yes, I am beaten, bleeding and hurt, but not blind. Do you realise it's all your fault?
How is it my
How
fault?
could you fail us on such an easy task?
Well, I can't...
Run there, fetch the rod, bring it to me. If it weren't for your failure, Silver, we wouldn't
So that's going
be
to be
here.
interesting to show you guys what
Malthus
would have
would
happened
still
if we
be among
did
us.
fetch the rod.
No tears shed here.
Exactly.
And next time, I'll do the things my way. No more sneaking. I'm obviously more of an upfront guy.
I was sure you'd be the one to find the cradle. Now I am sure only that you will be dead as soon as you leave this prison.
You know, I can't technically die.
Even better.
Also not wrong there.
You'll keep painfully dying, indefinitely. So there probably is justice in the world
This
after all.
guy really doesn't like
About
me.
that cradle.
No.
You're not worthy.
Not anymore.
Spare me. I am in pain. Leave me alone.
So,
Get
can we
lost,
actually...
you failure. If I had the strength, I would strangle you
You can
with
try to
my
help him.
bare...
Is there anything I could...
Yes. Go somewhere far away and die 1,000 times. With your skill set,
You were
you
right.
should find
He
that
doesn't
easy.
like you.
No. I don't think there's any love
Remember,
for me
you
here.
wanted me to bring that rod. Any chance I could get my hands...
Absolutely not. I am not giving you the kick. Stop bothering me.
He's just...
Get lost, you failure.
Okay.
Right, well, he really hates me. I think this is a good moment, right, to open up our old save file again. So we can show what would have happened if I did actually beat this. Or is there anything more after this? There isn't, right? I say nothing that we can show right now. Oh, apart from, obviously, the...
In this place, by the way, and that's a bit of off topic for this stream, but this is the place where basically the co-op starts. So play with your friend, with your partner, with your kid, whatever. Now, basically, you can from this moment play together the whole game, split screen or online co-op.
Yes, that's very right. Because online co-op is actually something that wasn't there in the beginning, right? That wasn't planned.
Yeah, you're right. That's basically we planned only the split screen, the local.
Your microphone just died out. Yeah, I know it was a much requested feature, obviously from the community. When I played the demo in the past, people in the community, Eldar saying flat, speak to us, but you cut out there for a second. But to repeat that, obviously it was meant to have only couch co-op in the beginning, and people were just asking for actual co-op. And I know even in our team we were all saying like, oh, this would be so awesome if we could play this together online, because we're all working from home. So we don't have many opportunities for couch co-op, and because the community asked, we delivered. And now the game has actual online co-op, or will have online co-op. I don't think it's there yet, is it? It's just couch co-op for the moment, but it will be there. Will it be there upon release? Yeah, you're fine now. It just paused there for a second, but yeah, really weird. Hmm.
mess around and design the game a lot with the co-op in mind. Not as a co-op game, let's say. It's still like single-player game, but with strong focus on co-op. So we did a lot of decisions based on that, and basically this was one of that, because when both of you could affect the story, then it was very confusing. So we decided only the first player can affect the story, and the second player kind of go with the flow. And then because, as I said, this is focused on replayability, you can switch your roles, and then you can affect the story, and then your partner goes with you. So. But back to you, like you sneaked through that situation pretty well. Now then there is just the last guy, I hope.
I think he's, yes.
Nice.
Let's close the door. Whew, let's close the door behind us.
And Tommy is here.
Give me the rod.
Here you go. But it was a very close cut. Next time, I'll just do the things my way. No more sneaking.
Exactly.
Just give me the rod. Quick.
There you go.
Flawless. I will make sure it doesn't.
So we snuck past. We gave him the rod. And yeah,
we did it. Lucy. Now
should be working now. Yeah.
Ah, a secret room.
I see some very snazzy armor there that I would like to steal at some point.
Exactly. Yeah, so Lucy just sneak for the rod and then hide it here. So now the rod is in a safe place, and you can continue from here.
So obviously the guy's now here, and he's very suspicious about what I've been
Her
doing.
Majesty asks for your presence. She wishes to speak with everyone in private, one by one. You first, go and see the Queen.
But now they're a lot more friendly to me, right? Like in the past, they just knocked me out straight away, and now they're like, "Oh look, I want to speak with you."
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure that I'm now going to be given a choice to either betray them or join the side.
Yeah, you will see in a bit, but even here you can see that, you know, this cutscene, this content is something you couldn't see for the first time. So now you speak to Queen openly, or not like prison from the very beginning.
Could I also get some answers? Like maybe right now? I have no clue whatsoever what's going on.
But you can see that the tone of voice that she takes with me has already changed. Like she is a lot more relaxed, more respectful, I'd say. In the beginning she was very much like, okay, I know you can't really help it, but I don't like you. And now she's trying to be friendly.
Our dear
Exactly.
says the keepers
Yes. So even if some lines are, for example, same or similar, they have different voice acting. So you feel how different it is.
Well, rest assured that nothing you were told here is true. You can have faith in your queen and confide in us. Now, come with us to the cliffs.
Well,
we shall show you something.
That's not normally an offer I would trust from someone that looks a bit like a villain. Come with me to the cliffs. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
You see, this cutscene is something you haven't seen before as well.
See a beautiful volcano in the background.
Exactly.
This used to be a breathtaking view. Glorious Wardinia.
Yeah, but her tone has immediately changed. Like she's taking me on as someone that she kind of respects in a way. Which is nice. I do like her as well.
And lurk behind its veil.
We also have those other lurking problems, Your Majesty.
Indeed, Marshal. Let us finish. You see, Earthling, ghastly things
That's
are
why
now
I don't think
vexing
she's
our
necessarily
realm.
like obviously she's a bit portrayed as the bad guy, but I don't feel like she actually
We
is
are
the
here
bad
to put
guy.
those monstrosities to
She's
halt.
trying to do what's
the
best
burden
from her
lies too
point of
heavy
view.
on our shoulders. If not a king
Yes,
by
yes,
our
but you will
side,
also see
as
that
many
she can be
say,
pretty
we could use a friend right now.
rootless.
Been here for
she's queen for a reason.
just a few hours. Putting monstrosities to a halt probably wouldn't be my forte just yet. Being a friend, though, that could be arranged.
Guards, bring those traitors.
So this is obviously another choice that I'm gonna make,
easy
right?
to proclaim, Earthling. We would prefer actions that speak louder than words. Tell us, friend, have you seen any such atrocities here? Warped mutants, lightning weapons? If so, speak freely. Our wrath will not fall upon you.
So this is great example. Like you can lie about Rod and help Toby and Maltese, or you can report it. I guess what you would like to try now is to report the Rod, and I think it's a perfect example of the butterfly effect now of the game, because right now what you will see. If you choose that.
Yeah, should I? I'll report it. Okay.
Yes, report.
They do have this unbelievable lightning spear of some kind. They
I can't tell if it's a bad decision that I made. You know, I can't tell if those guys are actually.
Unsurprisingly, Gracchus was right. Patriarch Maltis, you have been found guilty of treason. There is no mercy in our hearts for those who betray the ways of the Naboo. You will be imprisoned here until we decide your fate. As for you, Akin Tobias, face us and fear not. We value your loyalty and your battle scars. We shall grant you mercy.
That's kind.
Mercy, my queen, mercy.
Mercy of a swift death.
Right. She just went for it. She just yeeted him off the cliff, guys.
We don't want to disturb the people more by executing a patriarch.
Exactly. So as I said, a butterfly effect that starts right now, but has huge impact later in the game, because as you can see, she just knocked down this guy and kicked him out of the cliff, and he's not there anymore, and he won't be there, obviously. If you go the other way, you showed before, then Tobias is actually with you for a big part of the game, and is leading you through some other levels, and basically it opens you completely different situations, completely different storylines. So now, by this choice, you became a Queen's Guard, and you will see how it impacts immediately the other cutscenes and situations.
Yeah, so obviously this cutscene is the same.
Was only to be expected.
I've skipped that one. Obviously now our relationships with the Naboo have actually improved.
Provide him with weapons and armor.
There you go.
Stay here.
Weapons,
guard the place and make sure the Patriarch doesn't go anywhere.
So had I lied about the rod, would they have found the rod,
and the rest
or
of
would
the
I have
guard
been able
shall
to steal
follow
it
us
myself?
to the fortress. Barrow Bufus can't hold it effectively.
I'm sorry, if you find the rod,
let's squash this pesteris rat rebellion and feed the bodies to his pet.
yes, no, they wouldn't find it, and you would be able to use it later in the game, and it's going to be great weapon then. But again, that's completely different storyline. So here you can see like you became a Queen's Guard, as I said, and you are now guarding those prisoners, or one prisoner actually, Maltese. So the situation you have experienced before as a prisoner inside the jail, now you experience as one of those two guys. You probably know what is coming.
Mostly into Her Majesty.
Yeah, you know.
Don't tell anybody I told you.
Interesting to see myself now.
Anyway, Gracchus is not in the royal guard. He's just a grunt that got lucky.
It shows you, right?
Her Majesty
Exactly.
herself a proper king. Keeping this fool around makes her weak.
Thank you for
this
taking
is
the
the
time
part
to
that I
explain
took
those
when
things
I
to me,
didn't
Decanus.
successfully steal.
Everybody was so blunt here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a sharp
And
guy.
and also you figure out this Decanus guy is
Patriarch over there would agree.
it's another character. You might like him even or not.
Really necessary?
He's got a great voice
but it was
actor.
fun. And I think that a bit of a hardcore treatment was perfectly in place for doing such a poor job guarding.
Fortunately, if you like him, you won't enjoy him for long.
I see we will need to work on your knowledge of our mythology and religion. You can do better than the rest of our race who loathes our old wisdom these days. But let's bask in the glory of our primeval times over breakfast, maybe. I'm too tired to do the stories justice now. And honestly, I'm also a bit pissed we're missing all the action.
You think it's serious out there?
Barrow Bufus is not a young, mighty warrior anymore. Any splendid armor can't protect the whole fortress.
They keep talking about this
And
armor. Am I gonna be
borrow
able to steal
Buffus
it at
would
some
be...
point?
The protector of the fortress. And a
Spider
special
Yes,
person.
I hope
What?
later we can show
It's
also
just
the
a
players
Oh. Well, I
the
hope
armor.
the Queen sorts things out
and
soon. I can't wait to get out of
I
this
think we should be able to.
What
We've
was
got an
that?
hour left. I think
What?
I'll
You
show a bit
don't
of
think
combat
this is a
after this for you
complete and
guys,
utter
and then I'll
shithole?
No,
show
that
what would
noise.
have happened if I
Well, it could have been
helped
my
the
stomach.
rats earlier on. If
Food
you
here
remember,
is a disaster.
I had the ability to
I
either
honestly
scold
don't know why, but I thought
and
rats
put
would be
the
excellent
cock back in his
chefs,
place,
and at least make
or
a mean
to offer him
ratatouille or
help.
something.
And had you
Yes.
offered him help, he would have asked me for medkits, I'm pretty sure.
So bland.
Had I done that,
Did they run
following
out of all
scene
the
would
hot
have
and
been
sharp
a lot
spices?
easier. I spent hours here at this part because it's the combat is really difficult.
Oh shit.
yes, no.
Let go of me, you
Guy.
shithead! Let go! Oh, fuck my leg!
Frida.
It's a lot of swearing as well.
Whoever reports you to masters.
Yes, yes.
Last one. Oh,
It's not
useless human junk.
meant for kids.
There you have it. The Last Oricru is
Don't
not
you
meant
dare
for
die
kids.
on me. You were probably my first and only friend around here.
You betrayed him, Silver. Oh no, wait, it's the other guy.
Uh,
I was about to say we betrayed him.
To warn Her Majesty.
not in this branch.
Oh, he was our
No.
friend.
The fortress.
An
Let me
effing
save
chat
you
protagonist.
first. We'll worry about the Queen later.
No, not me. Save people.
The fortress. That's where that rat attack took place? But that's over the sea. How do I get there? Right. Bad idea.
Don't.
This poor guy is dying, and Silver's
Yeah,
just like
I'll figure that
interrogating
out
him.
later.
Out.
What do I tell the Queen?
Just let him die,
The
Silver.
attack. The core.
What?
The core.
Decanus? Decanus, speak to me.
He's
Decanus.
dead. Come on, let him die. The poor guy. But I
Yes,
can
he
loot
will.
him. I do love that.
Loot him, exactly.
Loot everyone that dies. There's some loot all around to pick up. I'm hearing sounds.
Yes, yes, there is more.
Ah, look at that. Shields, weapons. Ooh, some saucy loot. And if I'm not mistaken, right, we'll skip this again as well. Maybe we're even able to level up a little bit. So there's
Okay.
captain locks as well in this. Can you tell us something about that? Like what's
Sure. The game is obviously, as you could see, even in the very beginning, it has like different layers of stories. So there are like those, let's say, micro stories, as this one with Decanus. But then there is a meta story, which leads you to find the Lady of the Lake and the I just forgot the name of that. The Cradle of Life. Yes, that's the item, and that's the most important item. So you can uncover a lot of things about this, a lot of pieces about this meta story, let's say, or meta goal. And this captain's log, that's a log from someone who basically was on this planet before you, who was. Oh, you need weapon.
I apparently forgot to equip my weapon, which is not very clever. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting story as well.
That's actually quite important story, and it also basically tells you why there are those terminals, why you cannot die, why you refresh again, or reborn again, always. And you can uncover a lot of hidden things like this if you read through those, if you basically find all captain's logs, and later on it will make hopefully for players all sense later in the game, because it explains a lot of things you are now experiencing, and you might think it's just weird thing in a game, but it's actually something which is supported by lore and the story. So yes.
Of course, we can kill loot boxes. That's I do love it when you can kill
Oh,
loot
nice.
boxes.
You also know about these.
As I said, I did play it a little bit before, but I knew
Cool.
about that. Because if you go the other way, and I'll tell this to chat as well, if you go the other way, you'll be faced with a lot of rats. And as you may know, rats are very, very strong. It doesn't look like it right now, but I'm sure we'll show you in a bit. They really are strong. I had to, the first time that I played, I had to keep going back to that thing in the basement to level up and level up and level up every time I defeated a few rats just to get stronger, because it was just so difficult.
But that's also good. That's also good because you experience the gameplay loop here that is meant to be experienced for those core players, let's say. So yes, you need to farm here a bit and level up and get stronger and have stronger weapons, and then you figure out that each weapon class is quite different and has different abilities, different attacks, and so on. So by doing that, I think many players will uncover the other like options of the game, or oh, nice, that was nice.
It's pro game stream right here, guys.
So
definitely not played this before. I know 3 of them are here, which is a lot more difficult.
This is a bit more difficult, exactly.
Oh!
Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh, just about. Not too bad, but obviously that also means if we go here, we'll see that I'm almost through next level.
Yes.
And I'll just level up real quick. I'll try and beat these guys. I said big emphasis on try. And then I'll show you what would have happened if I helped those rats and how much easier this part would have been. Because it looks like I'm having a breeze right now, but honestly, again, I've played this for quite a few hours beforehand to make sure that I was completely unaware. But normally the rats would have murdered and slaughtered me there many times over.
You
so
need
I
one
think
more rat. One more rat to go.
One more rat. Yeah, let's see. Ah, there's another one. Hello, Mr. Rat.
There are 2 more.
Oh! And of course, as with any game with this mechanic, the trick is to dodge a lot and attack them when they are about to attack you, I suppose.
We have this close dodge and we have roll if you double tap it, but the close dodge, that's more pro style, let's say, because then you stay more close to your opponent and can directly attack back. So you're playing really well.
It's all the effort I put in beforehand. And I do see a question in chat from Sir Donny Dooney. Question for the dev: is it possible to change mapping for the main hand and offhand swap hotkey?
Yes. Now in demo, I think those options are a bit limited, but yes, you can choose different control schemes. Now in demo, we let you, I guess, remap some of keys as well. So yes, it is possible.
And you will see now that I've just leveled up, which also means that the enemies have respawned. So this is really a place where I felt I could farm a lot, because obviously the enemies have certain paths. You know where the enemies are, right? I know that there was one right here. I know there's one right there. And if I now go back into that hall again, that enemy will be back. And so through that, I did a lot of farming when the game was just too tough for me, and which is great. It gives you the opportunity to farm before you enter the castle.
Exactly. We have like you can basically go faster if you want, if it's fine for you, but you can farm here a bit and then have a bit better life later on, easier life, let's say. So
we'll just do a quick. Oh, and now I'm getting obviously cornered by multiple of them.
It's going to be hard, yes.
Yeah, and now they have destroyed me. Which I think makes for the perfect timing to open up the other save file, in which I show you real quick what would have happened if I did side with our lovely friends, the rats. So let me grab that file. We've got to do some developer magic here that we're not telling you.
Exactly. That's important to highlight. Like in the game, there is no option to
Yeah,
save
in the
your
game
progress.
there isn't.
So you really need to play the game again, but saving progress and then going back to those places, that would be confusing for player. I think it's better if you go with the flow and just experience the whole thing and then start again. So that's why we decided to not let you save the game.
So there's no save at all. It is just you gotta go in it and stick with the choices you've made. My
Oh,
gosh.
this is different save, I guess.
This is the one where I arrive with the rats.
Ah, okay.
I think that's the one I like. I mean, I can load a different one, but let me check which one I have. So obviously we're using some developer magic here that we can't show you. But basically I've got 3 saves that I received today, which was Arrival with Rats, Betrayal of Rats, and Monastery.
Okay, so we can also show this. I thought that you want to show where you have Tobias in jail and then go with rats here to the fortress. But we can also continue from this place, and it's fine. So if I just explain you what happened in this case, basically you were asked to kill Tobias. Gok asked you. Gok is that Mr. T, as you said. So Gok asked you to kill Tobias, and if you really killed Tobias, you became one of Redkins. You became part of the Revolution, how they call it, and you went here with them to this place. You also became because they said you were captain. So you drove that ship, and as you can see, not very successfully landed here.
Yeah, he's not a very good driver, so to say.
Exactly. So now you basically brought those guys here to this next level with you, and you have now Gok and his guys here with you as your support. So let's talk to Gok.
So picking this way as well meant that I didn't have to beat any rats actually inside where we were before, inside the monastery. So there was no grinding. So I guess I'm also still a lower level. But it is easier, I suppose, to just side with them, and it does feel morally better. I'm not telling you guys how to play your games, but these rats were clearly the victim.
Landing on the
Exactly.
other floor.
I was just curious about that old saying, Captain Rats in a sinking ship. And you really were here much faster than I was.
You Naboru, I would kill you for that joke. It's disrespectful of Ratkins, but also very funny.
That's the problem with jokes in general. What
wrong
shall we do now, then?
Simple. We get inside and kill as many Naboru as we can.
Right. And how do we get in?
Also simple. You go through the sewers and open the gate from the inside. For you shall march swiftly to places where you are not expected. We will hide in the meantime to strike unexpectedly.
Right.
Oh, and be careful. Borrow Bufus.
The spider they were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Spider.
Always gotta be spiders.
Indeed, a spider. Bufus certainly had strange tastes. But no worries. It's not like it could kill you.
Right, so he's definitely not gonna go with me. I know he won't.
Why don't you just march swiftly through the sewers with me?
We could, but we would rather not.
Because he doesn't want to.
I should prepare our bladders for the battle. Boost their morale and such.
Right.
Also, there is that spider.
Do Ratkins suffer from arachnophobia?
Well, it's certainly better if you go, Captain.
Because I can't die, that's what you say?
No, but we need to save our lives and fury for the Naboru.
This entire interaction is just...
All right, I'll do it. I'll go through the sewers and open the...
May the shine of Marvius be upon you, Captain.
All right.
Right. I should, however, equip a shield real fast.
Yes.
I'm more of a shield and sword kind of person.
Oh,
So as you said, there is a way that Tobias would have joined me, right? Like there was one of the playthroughs, yeah.
Exactly,
Tobias
like
would have
one of
joined
the
you here.
playthroughs would end up with Tobias being here instead of Reds, and your goal would be different. Also in that, oh, there is a man, or it's
I'm trying to find an opening for an attack, but this guy is quite tough. There we go.
cool.
And some loot.
Wow, if that's cobwebs, I hope the spider isn't around. Hey, you! Are you... What was that?
Oh god.
Spider. Yes.
Oh, shit.
He's saying what we're all thinking.
Exactly.
We have a mission. Recover the damn cradle, and it's just you and me. Not a word to anyone.
So this is part of your meta goal, the lady of the lake and
getting you out of here.
The cradle of the life. But that's something we won't show now in this stream, or it's not we are not able to, because it's way longer that whole thing. You will figure out later in the game what the cradle is and who is this Ida person. So
And I also see another question in chat which says, first of all, why rats?
yeah.
I suppose that's a very good question. Why did you guys choose rats?
So reds are actually maybe wait here before you open. So reds are very well described and in the lore, and you will figure out that reds were not on the planet from the beginning in this form. I don't want to spoil too much, but reds make sense in the story, but also it's from us. Kind of homage for wizardry, because wizardry is one of series we really like. So those red people in there are, as I said, like bits, or it's a bit of homage from us. So that's why reds, and why spider is just, you know, spiders are
the worst enemies.
the worst enemies ever.
Nobody likes
Exactly.
spiders. And I see another question about the graphic engine. Was it your clear choice to use this graphic engine, and were there any other options you were considering? Which I suppose is a more in-depth question.
Yes. No, that's fine. We use Unreal Engine for this, and obviously there is always like there are those two lead engines like Unreal and Unity, plus some other options. We like when I joined Studio in 2019, it was already the tech and in-house tools were built on the Unreal Engine, and I have to say that it's nice bug. That it was good choice for us. It was good choice for the smaller size studio to use this engine, because we can still achieve a lot. You know, we can have huge levels. Even the co-op works well on Unreal. So I'm pretty happy that we have chosen this. We are Prague-based studio. We have office in Czech, in Prague. It's a bit harder to find developers on Unreal here, or in Unreal Engine here. There's more Unity guys. But actually with COVID, when COVID started, we switched completely remote. So now we have a lot of guys all around the world. So now we are not limited by that, and it's easy to find, or easy. You can find great developers.
Yeah, when you aren't limited.
Yeah, from other countries and so on. So yes, that's for the Unreal Engine. But now for this decision. So now you're here, and you were asked to open the gate. And this is a great example again of your choices. So you can open this gate and let Redkins in, and then they will help you with fights in the rest of the castle. Or you can also decide to let them wait in front of gate and look for some other options you have. So that's probably the way you go now.
What would you guys say, chat? What do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to help the rats, or do you want me to just fuck off and do my own thing? What are we thinking? Let them in. Rat Pollution. Oh, you guys are all rat fans, aren't you? Alright, we'll help them. But only because you guys voted, so.
Okay.
We'll help them. Never kill. Nice.
I'm sure fans are welcome to visit us in Prague, as I see a question here. We can drink some beers together.
Maybe we could have a Last Oricru release party.
Exactly.
Just remember, we don't respawn in real life, guys.
Definitely with a non-violent communication crash course.
So you can see now you enter the place basically in the moment when, or the Redkins are helping you a lot. So they killed most of the Naboru there. Otherwise, you would need to go there and kill a lot of Naboru by yourself, and that's really not an easy job. So for this situation, it was quite wise to let them in.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot of them to beat if I didn't. Because I remember my first playthrough, this was actually swarmed with rats instead, I think, right? If you decide to.
Yes. If you don't go here with rats, then you will you can fight also with Naboru, or like you can be friends with Naboru and fight against rats, or you can also be against everyone. Yeah, this is closed. Okay. So you can see in this mass fight, and that's also another feature of Last Oricru. It was way easier for you not fighting like 10 plus Naboru at the same time.
I suppose that's the choice you make, right? Either you side with the rats and you don't have a big fight in the beginning of the game, or you have the big fight in this part of the game. And both are good for farming, because I saw saving a point there where I could level up. Ooh, let's not fall, because fall damage is a real thing in this game.
So you go level up. And we might show to our to guys on our streams like what would happen if you decide differently in this situation and don't let them in. What do you think?
Yeah, let's show them what happens if you don't let them in. I think that's a good one. So we're gonna reload the save real quick. Just gonna show you guys. Not gonna show you guys the developer magic happening here. Yes. And let's reload the save. Well, and instead of letting them in, we will let them die.
Spoiler.
Well, I don't know if they die. I've never tried it, but I assume that if you don't let them in, they will probably not be too happy.
Yes. We'll see.
Okay. All right, and we'll obviously skip this cutscene.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, don't want to fall in the water either. I know, I missed some loot there, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Let's try and not go in with a shield. Let's just...
Oh, we have shields? That's...
Interesting
great.
choice, probably not the right choice, but
yeah, we'll see. And also developer magic, so you can even use your God mode.
Nah, no God mode needed. I probably will for the final game. There we go. But a shield is pretty darn useful, so I will equip shields for the... Oh, I've got an amplifying shield. That looks
Yeah. So this shield is, for example, good
Hey, you.
place to explain the cooperation in co-op. As I said, we designed a lot of features around co-op, and one of them is this. So if you have this amplifying shield and second player shoots a spell through you, you amplify that spell and make make it way more with way bigger damage, way heavier. So basically, in this way you can amplify any spell, any spell projectile, and cooperate together.
What
and,
a well.
and be way more efficient in the
This
fight.
planet could definitely do with a non-violent
Okay, so
communication crash
you
course.
decided to not
Not let them in.
Fine, let's do this.
Once again, obviously, for all the people that weren't there earlier, the game in the beginning only had couch co-op, but thanks to community asking for it so much, the game will also have, of course, online co-op. And we look forward to playing with you guys when the game releases. I think it's going to be fun to invite some of the community to play with us.
And now the fight is yes.
I died there.
More archers shooting at you and so on. That's gonna be you need to run through now.
I mean, I can unload the other save real quick, the one where we betrayed the ratkin. I suppose we can show that as well. And I see another question from chat as well. What would be the hardest type of gameplay? Not to side with any of the factions? Is that even possible?
So, yeah, it's like we obviously design different difficulties, let's say, of gameplay. The most, let's say, straightforward was the Naboru way, where you need to loot more or farm more in the beginning, as you shown on those redkins in the monastery. But then later on, it's let's say more straightforward. Then there is like a middle mid difficulty scenario, which is redkins, where you need to basically you start as Luci started, like very low on your level. Because you don't fight in the first level, so here it's much more difficult, and you also go through different levels later on. And then there is this hidden party, the broken army, as we call them, scenario, where you need to really very carefully follow hidden orders from Tobias and later on from Livil, and only by really following exact steps they tell you, you stay in that scenario and don't fall out to another scenarios. So basically, if you ask what is the most difficult in terms of like see the whole game inside that scenario, let's say that's a broken scenario. But then inside of those scenarios there are other sub scenarios, and you can help to different NPCs to rule the world later on, and you can also help to achieve peace or not after the war, and so on. So there are a lot of different sub-scenarios you can uncover, so it's not only about those main three races.
So I open up the other save here, which was the Betrayal of Rats, as it's called.
Yeah, yes. So if you imagine here Luci just killed everyone and reached this top of the tower position, and now you open the door.
Well, we have a visitor. You traitor! Guards, neutralize him. Try to aim for his belt.
Oh.
Give him what he deserves.
What was that? We somehow skipped through our developers meeting.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa! How was I meant to survive that one?
Yes. This is hard to fight. So it might be that through the developers' magic, we somehow skipped the choice. So there is no choice of betray Redkins. So you still side with Redkins.
I can try and restart it completely, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can try, but
this is really difficult, obviously. Let's see. So I've got the save file, which is called Betrayal of Rats, and that's the one.
yeah, but it might be corrupted in that save, unfortunately.
I can just press new game altogether, right? Then in that case, let's try that instead. Because it will be interesting to show you guys, obviously, what the game looks like if you did betray the rats. We've seen what happens if you side with the rats. We've seen what happens if you, you know, don't side with the rats in the beginning. And demo, I think this is the last demo level as well, right? Like shortly after this is.
Yes, we have those two levels. That's maybe also nice to explain. Like the game is not open world. You know, we don't like if like to let's say to like play against some automated level generator. We like if you play against the game designer or level designer brain, kind of, you know. So that's why the whole game is composed from levels. Those are big levels. These are not like small levels, but it's composed from levels. And first two levels is what you see in the demo.
So let's see if I can now load it up. I know you guys can't see anything yet, but just can't show you the developer magic, you know. We'll lose its magic touch if I do.
Not wait.
So the game is loading in. Well, there we go, and the rats are still here. I think maybe the save file just isn't working then.
It might be that the save is not the right one, but anyway, I guess we can also show. I don't know if you have save file with other beginning of this fortress level, where, for example, you came as a Queen's Guard or you came with Tobias.
I can check if no, it only has these three: the arrival and the betrayal. Oh, Tobias can't swim, guys.
Well, there's swimming.
That's what we found.
As in many games, water is quite deadly here.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, no, I've only got those two, the arrival and the betrayal of the rats, but it seems like they're both one and the same, maybe? Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah, it might be a wrong save file, but I think now we can then show to players what happens if you just play, and you might use really the God mode. That might be a good idea, and then run there. Because it's really not easy. I know it by myself, so.
Okay, so what he's actually saying is I'm really bad at the game.
No, not at all.
Let me. Where's the God mode? Where can we find it?
It's called God mode. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. We're gonna use God mode. I've got a little halo above our head, just to show you guys how to play and what's actually going to happen.
Fire mage armor. It looks nicer.
Do we have it?
Yes.
Ooh, look at that, guys, and we also have that one. Ooh, that's nice armor. So I could try, and I don't have the skill set to.
Yes. You have different weapons here, different classes, different spells, as you.
Yeah, but they're all
requirements. But I guess because you're only level 2, you would need to invest into intellect to unlock those.
Yeah, precisely. Which is fair. We can show a bit of that as well. I'm sure I'll. Oh my god, this guy. Yeah, I agree, Gimli. This guy is really tough to beat.
But this guy is easier. Yes.
It's just finding that opening. That's what's the most important thing is. Here, Gim. And then obviously we've got the spider.
Hey, you.
So we'll skip that as well. So alt is jump. That was what's going wrong first. Oh, I keep just rushing through the fire. Suppose it works.
Right.
So right, chat. I follow your advice. You did want to you didn't want me to open up the gate. I will, because otherwise it is too difficult.
Exactly.
And chat seems to be in love with the rats for some reason.
As everyone else, yes, and I can see their point.
Alright, let's get some experience, sneak some experience points in by helping these rats finish off. Oh! Yeah. There we go. Is there anyone else we can beat? I think that was...
I think that's it.
Oh, there's one lady there. Oh. Ooh, I was afraid that was going to give me some fall damage, but it seems to be... I can't get through because the rats are in the way. Mr. Rat.
Hey.
Well, you know...
It's also fair to mention here that it is obviously still in development.
It is, yeah.
This is demo of like a beta version of the game. So there are glitches, there are some bugs here and there. We are happy if you join our Discord and help us basically to polish the game, because really right now what we are focusing on mostly is polishing it, so you have really good, stable, coherent experience when you buy the game. So join us. We will be happy to talk with you, listen your issues or positive comments as well.
Especially positive comments.
Yes, and obviously react on that. Our small community help us a lot with polishing the game till this moment.
And of course, again, I've got God mode on, guys. That's why I'm not getting any damage at the moment. And thank you, Oricru, for sharing the link to the Discord as well.
Thank you. So we can, yes, have the core community bigger. Cool.
There we go.
That's locked.
Oh, that one is locked.
Yes.
So do we go into that one, or where do I go from here?
Yeah, that way, exactly.
Ah, there's a door here. Ooh.
Nice.
Did a finishing move there.
Yeah, you're really good. You might even turn off that God mode. Yeah.
Oh.
This one would be tough.
Ooh, are we gonna turn off? Whew.
Here is the Bufus armor you heard about before. So I think you found his boots.
Yeah, where's the boots?
Down in the middle.
Ah, there. You see it. There we go.
Nice.
That's some nice armor. We have to go all the way down, I guess. See what's over there. Nothing. Have we leveled in the meantime? No.
No. You can go. No, this would be very hard way. You can go back up to that place where you were and continue. Yes, that way to the left.
Ah. I wrongly assumed that the gate would be closed. It's a nice little cannon fire.
Yes. It was used by Redkins to break that tower.
You did it, Captain. You tipped the scales of this battle in favor of our brothers. The fortress will be in good pause.
I love that they say good pause, not hands. They even talk like it's a good pause. The revolution.
I was hastening to secure the local sanctum.
Secure, meaning ransack.
Potato. Keepers always keep the most interesting things to themselves. Technology, medicine, and such. It would be shame if they were lost in...
Yes, and those keepers they are talking about, that's the Maltese and Tobias in the beginning of the game. There is one more, it's Livil. You might meet her in the demo as well, in different place scenario. And those keepers are the ones who basically help to waking you up, and if you follow them you might uncover that hidden path, the most difficult or hidden scenario. But now on this way. If I'm right, Livell is not there, and Sanctum will be locked.
Understood.
Respect the revolution. Can we go? No. So we have to go to the basement to fight the spider.
Okay, then you need to go the other way around. This is locked in this. No. To the left, please, and down there.
Yeah.
Yes. You can just
Here.
jump down. That's fine.
Yeah, let's go.
And yes, that way. So fighting the spider.
Definitely gonna keep God mode on for that fight. I know that one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, so you need to open this gate. So basically, you need to go all the way around. There is Titus. Yeah, that's our blacksmith.
He doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
we can
you
buy a
can-
few.
You can also figure out that he is quite a heavy drinker and he doesn't care what is happening around him. So
So we have to open the lock.
to the top.
Oh, let's grab some loot while we're at it. Okay. Ah, we now have the gloves
Yes.
of the buffers.
Buffers gloves, exactly.
They go quite well with the fire armor. Oh no, he's got a big hammer.
And there is a bowman or bow woman actually behind you.
Oh, I didn't even see her. Woo.
Okay, now to the top.
Where we're gonna have to fight our way to the top again. Oh no.
So you can probably imagine, guys, that without God mode this would be quite challenging here. So as Lucy said, like in the first level it was easy because you don't need to fight, but now you have a lot of enemies here, way more than if you go with Naburu. Also, what is important to mention is that those sides, if you decide to go one way, they have different weapons, they have different schools of magic, as we said. So basically, if you join one side, then the gameplay will be also different for you, most probably, because you will have different enemies with different magic against you, and also you will have different weapons in your inventory.
Alright, let's.
Okay,
This
so
fight is a lot.
The save obviously corrupted it. In demo, when you play it, you can try it by yourself. You can basically reach this place. If you don't let in Redkins, you can reach this place and then tell to Gracchus that there are Redkins behind gate, and he will order the soldiers to kill all of them. So you will basically then betray Redkins. They will die in front of gate, and you will join Naburu in this place. And that's an example, as I said, like of those places where you can switch the side, where you can decide to rather join other forces, because each side, each NPC has its own development. And as you could see, Gok is maybe not that great guy. He was always away from the battle, hiding somewhere. So it is possible for you, if you start not liking him, to join the other guys and help them.
I think I'm going in circles here. Am I meant to go this way?
Go right here. Right, no?
Right there. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
So if I remember correctly as well, if you do side with the Redkin, sorry, not with the Redkin, but from the beginning side with the Queen, then you are actually able to see a big giant monster up there, right? Instead of those four soldiers, there's like a giant I guess the only way to describe it is like a troll that will attack you
There
instead.
is like a redkin mutant on the top of the tower, and you have like a very different boss fight there, and also you can loot different things out of him. So yes, but now you go for the boss fight. You go for the spider with God mode on or off.
Oh, guys, what do you got? You know what? I'll turn God mode
Yes.
off. Well, we're gonna show you some pro level gameplay here. Right.
Exactly.
Just gotta warm up here. Ah! Oh shit! It's already behind me. Ah! I didn't expect that. Oh no! Oh no! No! Go away! It looks more like a tick. It's like a spider tick.
Yes, it is. It was also one of our references for that.
Ooh! Ooh! Leave me out! No! No! I don't want to die just yet. Okay. I don't think a shield is gonna make a very big difference with a creature like this.
Yes, and also co-op does here. That's just one great place to explain our co-op mechanics. Like if you play in 2 players, 1 player can climb the ladder there, and then kick down the gate and basically decapitulate the spider in one go. So you don't need to fight him. You can just kill him by this drop gate. But you cannot do that in 1 player. So now you need to
somehow 5 with like 1 health left.
Win that fight exactly.
Oh,
that was good.
No! Oh my gosh! I can feel my palms are sweaty. No! Oh no! Oh, that's the Souls mechanic, right? It's avoiding it and trying to stay behind the enemy, anticipate his attacks, and
exactly.
A lot of deaths are needed to really get there. Okay, attack me, yeah. Oh no!
That was close. Okay, cool. Also, when you are low on stamina, you can see that your impacts are more mild. Or not that you have lower damage then.
Oh! Whew! Whew!
Yes.
And he's starting to become a glowy boy. I know.
Yeah, now you annoyed him even more.
Now he's even more angry. Oh no! Somehow I'm able to live on like 1% health.
Yeah, that's nice actually.
No! Oh, that was bound to happen.
Yes.
Luci God mode off and the spider turned God mode on. That's exactly the right way of saying it. And obviously I've just lost all of my my XP, so I'll need to.
All your. Oh yes, exactly.
My hard-earned XP. I think I can make it again though.
No, not this way, not this way.
Oh no! I think we need to quickly turn God mode on again, just to get through. But you can get through there, right? Through here.
Yeah,
it's just the harder way.
You basically cannot. Like this is really like meant to be a blocker in this scenario. Like you're not breaking the game if you do get through here, but as you see, it's blocked anyway by the barricades. So those guys with the crossbow and these shields with a red skull on it, they are meant to be blockades basically for you.
Alright, we're just gonna run away from them. Keep God mode on, kill the spider, and show you all how pro gamers do it. Wait, I need to go.
Also, we have last 7 minutes of the stream, I guess. So if someone wants to ask something, I'm looking here through the chat. I can read here that you like level design. That's great. That's great to hear. Like obviously we had a lot of references from other games we like, as I mentioned, Wizardry, but also from the Gothic series, also from Souls-like games, and Dark Souls itself is the best one. So the level design itself is inspired by Dark Souls as well. That's what we like. We like you know, those hidden places, opening shortcuts. That's what feels good for us in a level design.
Yeah, it's a lot easier with God mode on, but you guys did just see how much more difficult this is when you don't have God mode on.
Okay.
At least
And
I've
that-
restored my essences, at least, so...
I believe on Thursday when there is another stream with Sir Toby and Pavel, our game director, they will play in co-op. So they will show you this place and how you can, in co-op, basically kill that spider.
A lot easier.
Way easier, exactly.
So we actually do have a bunch of Last Oricru streams coming up this week in general. So just a little reminder to chat as well, of course. So let's see, what do we have? We've got. I'm actually playing tomorrow again with Tobias. And we'll be playing.
Are you? Cool.
Yeah, we are. We'll be talking about the game and we'll be playing together. And then, as you said, on Thursday we've got couch co-op, and on Friday I'll be playing solo. Really focusing on the combat, so I'll be trying out different weapons, I'll be trying out different gameplay styles. Of course, today we really focused on the story,
Yes.
but there will be different focuses throughout the week in case you are interested. I will help him. Whoa!
I killed Battle Rufus. Me, with my bad paws. We toss him to it.
Yeah, Tiber is looking for co-op stream. Exactly, but it will be easier even without friends, you know, with the online co-op in the full game. So no worries.
Definitely looking forward to that. I know it's definitely, we have these RPG Thursdays on the Prime Matter Friday, yeah, RPG Thursday and RPG Wednesdays on the Prime Matter streaming channel that we're on right now. And my colleague Steve and I currently play a lot of co-op games together. And so as soon as we saw the Last Oricru, we were like, we want to play that together. And of course it was, oh well, it's couch co-op. And then once it was announced that online co-op was going to be a thing, I think we both just went, we're going to play that, right? Yeah, we're going to play that together. And I know it's just going to be super exciting. We're both not very good at games, but we do love a good co-op game. And I can
That's
already
cool. That's
see
cool.
the Last
For
Oricru being
co-op,
good.
it's obviously easier. It's easier if you stick together and you really cooperate. On the other hand, if you play like solo and you divide, it's even more tough. So,
Is this really the best time to read? How is that helping
that's
the
good. He
revolution?
opened the sanctum already.
He's not very trustworthy himself, is he? He's a bit of a... You see him looting away. He's already changed his armor, I think.
Well, we can still use those. By the way, did you stumble upon the spider?
It's gone forever. All its 8 ugly
I see
fat,
it. The
hairy
question
legs.
about the player creation, no. We really focus a lot on like the silver, the voice acting. You know, all of that was very like we spent a lot of time on that. So we want to really tell the story of silver, and you will be the one who will affect that story. Choose your own path through the game. No, you will always play for the silver. You will always need to live with his jokes, sarcasm, and haircut.
Yeah, I see that people really dislike his haircut. I like it. I think it fits the character.
Yes, yes.
So who do you play then when you play co-op? Because obviously then there's second player join, which I imagine is not silver. Who is that then? What's their story?
It is a hologram of silver. It's also explained in the story. So in that terminal place, you can always spawn your hologram. So you play this hologram who cannot talk, who cannot interact, who can only kill.
We need something only he had.
Yes. Not the fucking sailor joke. That's a great one. That's also the reason why you
Why are you still here?
Why
Those
you
papers?
landed so badly with the boat. Okay.
So I think that was do we have anything else to do? I mean, you said the demo does end with a proper ending demo screen, but
Yes, yes.
Where do we go from
Yeah,
here?
here you can. Have you? So you kill the spider.
Yeah.
Now you need to bring antidote to the to pack. There's the redkin.
Yeah, that was down there,
You
right?
have antidote now. Can you open the inventory if you have it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I grabbed what was in there, right? So I've got the antidote. I just need to save the guy.
Yeah. Can you just show me the inventory if you have it, please?
Should do, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you have it.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yes. So then you can just
this way?
go.
Where do we go?
You go no, yes, this way. Exactly. And to the left. Left. No,
Wait.
the other left.
The other
Oh,
left.
no,
This
yeah.
way.
Exactly. And here you go to the just straight. No, back.
There.
Yes, and then to here there is an elevator on your right. Yes.
There we go.
You can give him the.
You will live, brother. I have some medicine that could help.
Thank you.
I just realized that
Here you
Brather
go, my
is a
furry
play
friend.
on
You'll be
Rat's
skipping
brother,
and
a
hopping in
Bratter.
no time.
Yes.
That's a good pun.
What's the plan now?
I like that. I like most the revolution. It's a great word.
My brothers and continue fight for better world. Maybe we take city soon too.
You just waltz in? I imagine there would be walls, archers, a whole defense system.
We crawl through tunnels.
Brother also equals brother in Czech. Full cycle we go.
Good to know.
Yes, I open tunnel for you, so you can join us too.
There is no need.
No, I won't give you something.
He's a nice guy.
Take this ring. It was Bufetis.
Yes. Paki is actually one of those good guys. Or, as I said, as developer,
There are no good bad guys.
yes, but one of those guys who are easy to like.
Do we go
No, go back. Yes,
Go back
and
down.
then go straight here, and you can actually, and that's it.
There we go.
That would be the end of the demo, and also the QR code for our Discord. So if you like it, please join our Discord community, and let's stay in touch.
Absolutely, and I will quickly share where you can find the Last Oricru demo as well, so you guys can download it yourself if you're very interested. I know I'm sat in front of the QR code right now. I'll move in case you guys wanna get to the QR code. Can I move? Can I move my tag? There we go. Now you guys can get on that QR code yourself. And thank you very much for joining the stream. And Vlad, thank you so much for joining as well and giving us an insight and a look at the Last Oricru. And of course, I'm looking forward so much to being able to play this online with my colleague Steve. We'll be playing it probably every Wednesday as soon as the game comes out. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But also make sure you guys stay tuned for our streams tomorrow, our streams on Thursday, and our streams on Friday, where we will be showing different sides of the Last Oricru, and where I will actually be doing a full playthrough without God mode and without safe hacking as we have been doing. But once again, Vlad, thank you so much for joining, and thank you, chat, for
Thank
being
you,
here.
thank you for inviting me, and thank to all of you guys to watching our game. It's really great to hear your positive comments.
I think they're looking forward to it all. And I see that somebody has just redeemed a Gimli Zoom. You guys will get a quick goodbye from Gimli. Let me grab him. He must be thinking, why are you doing this to me? My headset is just entangled here. But I'll grab Gimli so you guys can say a little goodbye to him as well. little Gimmels, who's excited to tell you guys I'm finally being able to escape this room. So, cheers, guys. Thank you again so much for joining. Thank you, Flat, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye. And enjoy the revolution. Bye bye.
Enjoy the